So we've got a Chairman's Award. And to present the Chairman's Award is our Chairman, Harlan Kerr. Harlan?
They just stuck together up here. Of course. The Chair's Award was originally conceived of and instituted by John Jones. John did this to recognize significant contributions to calling and square dancing. The Chair's Award is much different than any other award in that the Chair, his or herself, gets to choose who the recipient is with no assistance, gets to decide on the criterion, and it's one of the things you can do as Chair that you have total control of rather than having to manage. The recipients of this award are honored for their hard work, their dedication, and how they moved CALLERLAB, our square dancing, forward. I always think that one of the greatest moments in my life was the honor I had when Chair Vernon Jones gave this award to me. I was absolutely surprised, astonished, and humbled by his thoughtfulness in giving it in honor of the work that I had been doing that year for CALLERLAB. Now I have the chance to give the award to someone else who has worked very hard for CALLERLAB and made some significant movement in a very important area. One of the many things I tried to focus on this year was getting all of the committees that could in CALLERLAB to hold Zoom meetings. Some committees held none. Some committees held a couple. A few committees did several, but one committee did an outstanding job of handling business and operations through Zoom meetings. This gave the committee a chance to meet face-to-face rather than through email logs, and through the guidance of the Chair, had many presentations that were well planned, informational, and moved that committee and its work forward. It is my hope that other committees will look to the work of this committee and do the same type of thing with that, holding at least 2 Zoom meetings a year that are really well planned, really thought out, and really focus on the work of the committee. One of the other things that I began to focus on this year, and I plan to make a very important part of my work over the next year, is rising a focus on overseas clubs, overseas callers, and overseas calling, and the importance that it has to CALLERLAB as a whole. So it's a great honor and thanks that I award the Chair's Award to Tom Rayner, Chairman of the International Advisory Committee. As chair of this committee, Tom provided the leadership in doing and making the committee a great example of what a committee can accomplish with regular Zoom meetings. I was a little confused at first because Tom lives in Delaware. And how is it that the chair of the International Advisory Committee lives in Delaware? And then I found out that Tom began calling and dancing in Germany, and then for several years called in Japan, and while in Japan became a member of CALLERLAB. So he has a history in more than one overseas nation. I encourage all committee chairs and vice chairs to talk with Tom at some time to see how he went about putting together the very well-organized, dynamic program that he has for Zoom meetings. He set a bar for the rest of us, and I hope we can strive to reach it. Tom, congratulations.
very blessed in my life to be surrounded. I always seem to link up with some amazing people. And I'm just very blessed to be able to be a part of this committee with so many talented vice chairs and other representatives from the countries who really care, really care about square dancing and want to make a difference in the art of it. I'm totally humbled for receiving this award, and I thank everyone.